Hi you guys, thanks for tuning into my channel. It's June 2015, so I thought I'd make a quick video about my hair journey. This month I am 5 years natural, so I just want to talk about my journey so far and show you guys my hair. Right now I have in a twist out. I didn't use any styling aids or anything like that. I just used my moisturizers. I had it in twist for about 2 days before I took it down. I was actually supposed to go somewhere, but change of plans. Now I'm not going anywhere, so I figured I'd come in and make a video because I haven't done one in so long and I wanted to share this with you. But I didn't really go natural. My hair started to fall out in 2009. I've had a perm since I was 13. So in 2009 my hair started to fall out, probably because of stress, not taking care of my hair, getting kitchen perms, not having a proper diet. So it was shedding like towards the end of the year in 2009, and by like February of 2010 all I had was a small patch of hair like right here. That's all that was left on my head. I was completely bald. I don't think it was anything serious because I didn't really go to the doctor. I couldn't really afford to. I was going through a lot at the time, so I just chalked it up to stress, poor dieting, and getting kitchen perms, perm my own hair, letting my friends perm my hair. Just, yeah, my follicles were destroyed. So I just snipped off the little patch that was here, and that was it. I guess you could call it my big chop. And I had no idea about the natural hair community. I was actually online Googling ways to grow my hair back fast so I could perm it again. And then I found blogs. I don't remember exactly which ones they were. I found blogs, and then I discovered YouTube and saw, you know, black women with natural hair that was thriving, and I was like, dang, my hair could do that. So I said, you know, let me give it a try, and I decided to, you know, keep it natural, get products that I thought would work for my hair. Now, when I first discovered YouTube, I would see women like Taryn Guy, and I believe African Export was making videos at the time also. But I saw a lot of women with like loose curls, like, you know, like curly hair. Not this, but like naturally curly hair, not anything kinky or coily or anything like that. So I'm like, that's what my hair would look like. That would be really cool. Oh my gosh. And then my hair started growing out. I remember after the first year natural, I stopped wearing like braids, and I was doing like crochet braids and Kinky Twists at the time. So after about a year of doing that, I decided to wear my hair out. And the first style I tried was a wash and go, and that was an epic fail. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Glam Fun's video where she said for wash and goes will work on 4C hair or something like that. It was like that. It was exactly like that. I went out, I bought a bunch of conditioner, and a styling gel, and I just remember co-washing my hair and loading my hair with conditioner and then raking the gel through my hair. And I'm like, what is going on right now? Why is my hair, where are my curls? Like, what's going on? I'm like, this gel isn't working. What is going on? So I kept trying different ways of getting my hair to curl, and then I just realized that, okay, maybe that's not my hair. I actually thought that because my hair was so short, I was 1 year natural, so my hair is about 4 inches. I thought maybe once my hair grew out a little bit more and started to hang, that I would actually have like a curl pattern like a Taryn Guy or maybe like a Natural 85 or somebody like that. It wasn't until about 2 or 3 years ago that I realized that that wasn't going to happen for my hair, because I have 4C hair. I didn't know what hair type I had at the time. I thought that every black girl just had like curly hair like Taryn Guy, and I was just using the wrong type of hair gel. So after that, the results of that wash and go, my hair was super shrunken and like stuck to my head, and it took hours to detangle. I mean, it was just horrific. It was terrible. That was the first and last time I tried a wash and go from then on, I just did like 2-strand twists and flat twists. That's when I really learned to do twists and braids and flat twists, and install like Senility twists and Marley twists and box braids. I learned to do all that stuff just recently watching YouTube and experimenting with my hair. And that's one of the awesome things that happened once I went natural, or whatever you want to call it, is that I learned how to do hair. I do my own hair, I do other people's hair, and it's really been a good experience. I love the journey so far. But as you can see, this is what my hair looks like. This is the length of my hair. It's not completely stretched out. I just had twists in my hair, like medium-sized twists, and then I unraveled them. I didn't fluff or anything like that. I just took the twists out. This is going to last in my hair for about 10 days. And then I have to do wash day all over again. And that's another thing that I want to talk about. After 5 years natural, I'm only about bra strap length. And that's not for lack of trying, because I've been trying to retain as much length as possible over the years. I thought, I would be like other YouTubers who've been natural for like 2 months and they have like ass length hair. I thought I would be like one of those people because all I do is protective styles. I've just recently started to take more liberties with my hair, wearing it out. I never used to do this. I used to do like back-to-back protective style. 1, because I really didn't know how to maintain my hair loose, and 2, because I didn't want to damage my ends. And now I'm kind of just more free-spirited when it comes to my hair. Like, I don't care as much. Well, I do, because I want to retain length, but I'm not so strict. And I guess that brings me to my next point. Over the last 5 years, I've had a lot of setbacks, not just my own mistakes, but other people's mistakes as well. I think I experienced my first setback when I started wearing my own hair, and not braiding it after my first year natural. I started wearing my hair, so I really had to figure out what products worked for my hair. That was a really crazy trial and error process. I would go out and buy products because it would say that, natural shampoo or natural conditioner. It really wasn't. It had ingredients like silicones and mineral oils and petroleum. And I know that a lot of people's hair thrive using those ingredients. But I realized that it wasn't working for me. Like, no matter how much I moisturized my hair, thought that I moisturized my hair was always dry. It would be moisturized on wash day, and by the next day it would be dry. And then I discovered like shea butter, and that completely changed the game for me. Started experimenting with other oils and other butters and natural ingredients, and finally realized that silicones and petroleums and mineral oils weren't a great product for my hair, that my hair liked the more natural products. And I know that's not the same for everyone, but for me that was the case. And also my scalp. I realized that those products that contained the mineral oils, the petroleum, the silicones, I would get a lot of buildup on my scalp. And after like 3 days after wash day, my hair would be really itchy, and I'd have like dirt and gunk on my scalp already after just washing it 3 days ago. Once I switched to a more natural routine, that was no longer the case. I can go a long time without having to wash my hair now because I don't get buildup. I use products containing, natural ingredients, or mostly natural ingredients, so I don't get a lot of buildup at all. Like, there's no grime or gunk on my scalp or anything like that. So that was one of the big things I learned, was picking the right products. And just because a product has natural in the title does not mean that it's, totally natural. It might have natural ingredients, but silicones, petroleum, mineral oils, or all that is not what we consider natural in the natural hair community. So that was a learning process. But also back then, there weren't a lot of products on the market, so I started making my own. Still do make my own products, but every now and again I go out and buy products that actually really work for my hair, and I've been able to add to my regimen. And also, when I first started to wear my hair out, moisturizing was a big issue for me. I would get a lot of breakage because I was missing areas where I wasn't getting enough moisture. Like the back of my hair, this entire section right here had broken off by maybe like a year and a half into my journey. That was broken off. I had a section here in the middle of the entire crown of my head. As you can see now, there's hair there, but it had broken off completely. It was really short, really stringy in that area, and that's because when I would moisturize my hair, I would put my moisturizer in my hand, or I'm gonna spray or whatever, spray the crown. You know how when you put moisturizer in your hair, you go like this, you go like that. You don't really worry about the other sections. That's what I was doing. So I was missing a lot of areas. And because of that, I had a lot of breakage in those areas. That's when I started sectioning my hair when I washed, and also when I moisturized. What else was a learning curve? Oh, the tangling. Man, like detangling has been a struggle over the years. I don't care what anyone else says about their 4C hair or type 4 hair or whatever. For me, detangling is a struggle. Always is a struggle, and I think it always will be a struggle. I've been using products now that help with detangling a lot. My hair likes, when I'm detangling, my hair likes products with a lot of slip, a lot of slip, and it doesn't even have to be a conditioner. It could be a detangler. I make my own products, so I've use ingredients that will give my hair a lot of slip, and I've also found other products out there that are great for detangling, which I hope to share with you in the future. But detangling has been a struggle for me since day one, and it still is, even with the right products, because number one, it takes a lot of time and patience, and sometimes I don't have time to deal with it. Like, I mean, I used to use a comb to detangle my hair, and let me just say, I've used a lot of different tools to detangle my hair. I've used a Denman brush, the tangle teaser, a wide tooth comb. Now I solely finger detangle. I've completely stopped using the comb. I just use my fingers now. That isn't so bad anymore, but I want to go back to like the tangle teaser. Try that for like a year. That was an epic fail for me. The Denman brush pulls on my hair. It literally pulls the hair out of my scalp. I had some traction alopecia issues because of the Denman brush, so I had to stop using it, and I'll try to post some pictures to let you guys see what I'm talking about. But especially in this area, where I had a lot of issues already, it was super thin. I mean, I would go like that, and you see hair there now, but it was really thin and stringy because I had so many areas that was missing hair. And in this section, my temples are really sensitive for some reason, so when I use a comb or a brush or anything, it's always sore. But with the Denman, man, that thing like pulled my hair out like it was nobody's business. And a lot of naturals, they use a Denman brush. They have no issues with it, but I don't know, maybe I was using it wrong or whatever. I modified it. I took some of the teeth out. I would hold my hair taut and do the detangling routine or whatever, but it would still yank my hair out from the roots. I mean, it was just ridiculous. So I stopped using that. Saw a lot of people raving about the tangle teaser, so I thought, hey, might work for my hair, let me give it a try. Got the tangle teaser, saturated my hair in my detangler, got tangle teaser and started combing from the bottom all the way out. I started noticing that at first it was a little difficult to get the tangle teaser through my hair, but I'm like, okay, that's nothing, it'll be alright. I'll just keep going. Once I detangle some more, it'll be alright. Washed my hair, trimmed it, got rid of the dead ends, and then a week later I still noticed that I had split ends, not only at my ends but all the way up the hair shaft. Literally all the strands I could see had split ends. My hair felt really rough, like at least an inch or so up the shaft. It was really rough, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, why do I have all these splits? I mean, like, everywhere is splits. I'm like, I just trimmed my hair. What's going on? But I didn't, chart it up to the tangle teaser. I just thought, my hair was going through something. It was dry, whatever. kept using the tangle teaser, and then I saw a few people online who said that the tangle teaser and even the brush, like the tangle teaser that had a longer handle. I remember, what's her name? I don't remember her name. I don't know her name. She's a 4C hair chick also, but I remember her saying that the tangle teaser like damaged her hair and she had splits all up her hair. And I figured that's the only thing it could be. That's the only thing I changed in my regimen. So that was another setback. Wide tooth combs, I've never really had an issue with the wide tooth comb. Let's see if I can find my comb. Have it in here. I don't have it in here, but I've never had an issue with the wide tooth comb. So I could have continued to use it, but I realized I didn't have as much splits when I finger tangled. My hair it did better when I used my fingers. So that's what I do now, solely just finger detangled. I've only been finger detangling now since maybe like February, and I've noticed a drastic difference. I've retained a lot of length this year, and I think that's contributed to it. And also, another setback would be protective styles. Protective styles are supposed to help. They're supposed to, you know, help you retain length or whatever, and be less manipulative, so less damage to your hair. But I find that, you know, a lot of protective styles can be damaging. There are ways to wear your hair loose without over manipulating your hair, without having to retwist your hair. Like now, this twist out that I'm wearing, I'm gonna wear it like this for about 10 days. This is day 1, so it's gonna swell and get bigger and look better over the course of over the next couple of days, but it'll last for about 10 days, and that's without me using any gel or styling products. The longer you leave your twists in, the more definition and the longer they'll last. But I find that some protective styles that I've done in the past have been quite damaging, like mini twists. You know, when I first went natural in about 2010, 2011, I want to say 2012 too, a lot of people were doing mini twists. That was like crazy. And that was crochet braids, but it used to be like mini twists. Everybody was doing mini twists. So, and for me, that was like the only thing I knew how to do at the time. So I did it all the time. And I would leave them in for about 3 to 4 weeks. And then when it came time to remove those suckers, man, let me tell you, I had the worst knots of my life. The worst time of my life trying to get those things out of my hair. I have 4C hair. I will reiterate, I have 4C hair. So it takes nothing for my hair to lock up. I mean, I could say that I wanted dreads today, you know, start the process, and by the end of the week, my hair would be locked. That's how my hair is. So when I had the 2-strand twists in, I would wash them, you know, deep condition, all that stuff. And then when it came time to take them out, they would cling together. Like my hair would start to lock in the span of 3 to 4 weeks. My hair was locking. So I would sit there and have to rip them apart, like each one rip them apart. I would hear my hair ripping. And of course that would mean more splits going up the hair shaft. So that's more I would have to trim off. So that was another setback. One time I put box braids in my hair. I didn't do it myself. I went to someone and they did it. She did a very good job, but like I said, detangling has always been a struggle for me. So at that time, I went to her. My hair was washed and I thought it was detangled, and you know, I wore it out after I washed it. And gee, my cat is getting on my nerves. Get off me. Go away. All right, so I wore my hair out, let it air dry, and by the time I got to her for her to do the braids, it had shrunken, and was just stuck together, and it wasn't moisturized properly, so it wasn't moisturized properly, so it was dry and it was hard. And she was trying to part my hair so she could install the box braids. It was the most painful thing ever. So she was trying to part my hair was stuck together, so she would have to like rip it apart, and then she would comb out the ends, and it was just friggin' nightmare. I had about this much hair, like a ball of hair like that big that had came out of my head. Afterward, I saw it after she had finished braiding my hair. And that was from detangling the hair. From somebody else tangle it to install the box braids. The box braids themselves were heavy, so they kind of like took out some of my edges a little bit. I mean, it really wasn't that bad of an issue with the braids themselves. It was just the installation process that was a disaster. Okay, so that was a box braid experience. When I first started doing my own hair and I was doing like Kinky Twists and you know, the Havana or Molly twist or whatever, I would do it on damp hair, and my hair was shrunken, so I would install the twist. They wouldn't twist properly, so some of my hair would stick out. And then when it's time to take down the twist, I would notice that my hair, I had a lot of single strand knots on the parts that were exposed from the braids. So I had to do a lot of trimming, and also parting my hair for flat twists or the two-strand twists, or the Marley twist. Because my hair wasn't properly detangled, the comb didn't go through smoothly. So when I would try to, you know, take the sections apart, I would have to there was a lot of ripping and breakage going on. So I had a lot of breakage, especially at the roots, doing those, trying to install those protective styles. So that was another setback. And one time, I think it was in like 2012 or something. Was it 2012? I went to the salon. Yeah, because I was about a year and a half natural at that point. I went to the salon because I was going somewhere and needed a style for my hair. And at that time, I didn't really know what to do with my hair most of the time. I was just doing, you know, mini twists and kinky twists, but I wanted something different. So I went to the salon to get my hair washed, deep conditioned, trimmed, and styled. And the stylist, it was a natural hair salon, if you can believe that, a natural hair salon. I went in there for all, you know, all the stuff I said that I wanted to get done. And when it came time to trim my hair, the stylist trimmed my hair while it was wet and shrunken, and she was basically just going like this all over my head while it was shrunken, like Edward Scissorhand. And I was turned away from the mirror, so I couldn't really see what she was doing, but you know, that's what it felt like, her going like this all over my head. And I would see pieces falling, and towards the end of it, I picked up a piece and stretched it out, and it was super long. And I'm like, what is this chick doing to my hair? So she styled it. It was a really cute flat twist updo type thing. It was really nice. My hair was really moisturized. She did a good treatment. Wore the style for about 3 weeks, and then when it came time to take it down, man, let me just tell you, it was so traumatic. I mean, I literally had pieces that were the original length, and then I had pieces that were like ½ inch. So imagine this piece, her trimming my hair. She cut off this much in this area, this much in this area. Some pieces she didn't even cut. Like, it was just an epic disaster. I spent a year, you know, growing that out, and then I cut it myself to even it. And then from there, I've just been growing my hair. What else? So that was my experience at the salon. Like, you really got to be careful where you go to do your hair, because some people who call themselves experts in natural hair salons, they really have no freaking clue what they're doing. Sometimes they just don't know how to handle your hair texture. So this, whoever, you know, is your stylist, make sure you ask them questions. Have they handled your type of hair before? Because people want to say that 4C natural hair is hard to deal with. It's like, you know, the worst type of hair to deal with. But if you know what you're doing, you'll manage. I've been managing for the years. I'm starting to notice that I'm retaining length. It's a learning curve, but you'll learn. Also, one time I went to get a shape up, you know, just get rid of the little BDBs in the back, smooth that out, even it up, whatever. Nothing too crazy. It's a popular hair cuttery, one of those places that you go to just to get a haircut or whatever. It's right by my job, so I'm like, usually I go to, you know, my homeboy, whatever, to get a shape up, but it was by my job. I was in a hurry. I didn't have time to go see the guy who normally does it for me. You know, he's a homie. So I just went to that place and asked for a shape up. My hair was in braids, so you could see the areas that you needed to cut. Just the little stragglies, the little BDBs back there that wasn't braided up, you know, just loose, out of control. Those are the areas you cut. I don't know if he thought that my hair was just all BDBs and it all had to go, that whatever was in the braid was just straight, because he took that razor and he went in. I mean, he went all the way up, like all the way up, and he even cut some of the hair that was in the braid. Like, how do you go that far up when you're shaping somebody up? Like, how do you cut hair that's in the braid? Like, what are you doing? And he did it. It was completely bare, like bald, like my skin, no hair was there. I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? Like, it was the worst. It was the worst shape up in the whole world. I mean, I'm trying to find. That was about a year ago. The hair has grown back now, so I'm just trying to show you that he cut my hair. You see the short piece right here compared to this? That's from getting a shape up right here. That's from getting a shape up. Like, that's how far up he went. All this hair. The BDBs are here. They're not even that bad. Right here, he cut off all this hair here. I guess he thought like all that hair was just nappy and beady and had to go. I mean, I can't really, I don't think he's dealt with my type of hair before. Let's just say that. So that was just another experience, some of the things that I've gone through over the past 5 years. And also the length of my hair. It's not where I thought it would be at 5 years. I'm about armpit length. So when I stretch my hair, it's about, you know, right here. I'm not gonna do it now because I don't want to mess up this awesome definition that I have. Maybe I'll do a separate video where I show my length, but it's not that long. For 5 years, I've seen YouTubers who have been natural for like 2 months and their hair is down to their ankles. I'm just like, why can't that be me? But I get it. My hair doesn't grow as fast. I've had a lot of setbacks, whatever. I do want to see how long my hair can get. I want like big, like super big, super long natural hair. I want that. I've had short hair all my life. I want long hair. I have a pretty decent regimen down, so I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to wear my hair out more often. Low manipulation styles like this, where I'm not retwisting every night. And after a couple of days, you know, the hair looks better, but low manipulation styles, not necessarily protective styles. I'm giving that a break. I'm trying something else. But I have noticed a lot of length retention since the beginning of the year. And I have been doing back-to-back protective styles since then. But I'm going to try doing it this way for a while and see what I get. My hair grows. It doesn't grow very fast, but it grows. My biggest problem is length retention. Not doing too much to my hair. Like, not experimenting with a bunch of stuff, not going to different people to get my hair done, just sticking to what I know and doing that. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, y'all, so that's 5 years of my hair journey. It's been an awesome learning process. I've gotten some skills out of it. I know how to do hair now. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel if you've done so. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to putting out more content because, like I said, I'm wearing my hair out often now. So styling it more often, washing it like every 10 to 14 days. So I'll post some videos on what I'm doing to my hair. So if you guys want to see more, thumbs up and subscribes. And I appreciate you, all you guys that have already subscribed. Thank you. Bye. Oh, and I forgot to mention that my hair is super soft, super moisturized, and I can do this. All right, bye guys.